chilly one today. A little slightly chilly, but the weird thing is it's in the 30s and 40s this morning.
Yeah.
You can't see your breath or anything like that, so not very humid at all. We're here in Zion National Park.
We were here before the sun came up.
Yeah, so we actually had the opportunity to park over here in the oversized vehicle lot. We were not the only person who got here early. There was like 3 others.
No, and part of the reason we did that is because once this lot fills up, you have to go pay to park in town and take a different bus into the park and then take the bus around the park.
Which, speaking of buses, we're actually parked over here by the bus barn, and more on that in the future. But this is the only national park that we have been to and heard of that actually have a bus service, which is the way to get around the park during the main season. So
right. You actually cannot drive around the park here.
Yeah, which is actually kind of cool in a way because it's definitely different.
Yeah.
Why buses though? It's because there are so many people. It's just it's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna. Where are you gonna park? So.
Right.
No, this is awesome. More on that. We have to go visit the visitor center real quick, get some ideas.
Yep, we're gonna be there right when they open up, right at 8 o'clock.
I gotta say, our technique of asking rangers instead of asking the internet what to see has really been working out.
Yeah, I'm very happy with our experiences so far in the park. This is our last park for a little while though.
For what, 2 months maybe? A month and a half?
A month and a half maybe.
Yeah, something like that. So exciting stuff. Here's the visitor center, and I will say something very interesting. The funding here is extraordinary. Yeah, now why is Zion National Park called Zion? Well, it was actually the Mormon settlers that were here. They said this was like Zion, like the Mecca, the
holy place.
The holy place, yeah. An extraordinary, extraordinary sanctuary. That's kind of cool. So. All right, we got our information, and we need to go take one of these buses here, fare free, since you pay to get into the park. And look at that, beautiful, just the kiss of the sun out there makes it even more magnificent. I will say, so this area out here, there's a hotel, there's some stores, like multiple stores.
This is like the main lodge area, I think.
Yeah. Now, if you're wondering about the buses, like, are you gonna be able to get on one? Like, what does this look like? Apparently, they have something like 42 buses. There's a lot in operation.
Yeah.
They're all electric, which is, now, they also have propane.
Good morning.
And I guess there's 10-minute intervals between each ride. Okay. So the entire fleet is all electric, which is kind of interesting. Again, they have a propane set. With 42 of these buses are not cheap, which is interesting. So they must have some pretty good funding. And I'm sure that the park entrance fees do not cover this. So I imagine there's some taxes and some cooperation from Springdale, from what we've been told. Now, are they on solar? Sort of. Apparently the administration building, which we cannot see, they are on solar. Here, they're on the grid with Springdale right next to us. So this ride, we're going all the way to the end. Ooh, a nice campsite. Campground. Looks like they're still building it out. So it's not a very big park overall. Probably compared to other ones from what we've been told. So it looks like we have about a 35-minute to 40-minute ride all the way to the last stop. We're going to the last stop. It should be about a 1.5 to 2 mile hike somewhere in there with not much elevation gain, but it's supposed to be very, very pretty, so we'll see. Now, I will say it is very nice because they have very large windows on these Excelsior buses, but we have our first stop here, and oh, that sun is just peeking out. You can kind of make that out there. That is gorgeous. I'm sure this is a lot of the same sandstone and all that, but it does look a little almost less chaotic in a way, right? Like it looks a little more solid for some reason than our recent national parks, including Bryce Canyon. Oh man, yeah. You should get one of these for conversion. That'd be quite the job. We have made it in one piece, and the idea of having nearly silent electric buses, pretty great idea in my opinion, and you can hold a lot of people, but downside, everybody's facing the aisle, so it's kind of hard to see out. We are going to start our hike here, a little chilly, but it's actually kind of nice to have a slightly cool breeze.
Yeah. While
you're hiking, you start to get sweaty, it cools you off a little faster, and I will say it's nice. They have water fill stations at each stop, 9 stops total. This sure is something.
It's just, it was a little disappointing that you can't really see out the windows on the bus while you're riding because your back's to them.
Yeah.
In most of the seats. So you couldn't really see the views as you were driving through like we normally do in the truck, but
it is cool though.
It is beautiful.
Look at this, you still have the fall colors here. I'm kind of amazed. Whoa. And ultra wide is definitely the right perspective.
It's actually a lot colder here than it was at the visitor center.
Yeah, much cooler. We're not gonna get nearly as much sunlight in here. Oh, look at those cacti. Wow, that's a huge field of cacti. I'm kind of surprised to see solar in here.
Yeah, especially because sun doesn't often get to the ground of the valley in here, so that's why it's so cold.
The opening near Springdale is actually, the canyon is actually widening due to the erosion, of course, as to be expected. But then there'll always be more valleys and canyons created. How cool is that? And we also have a little river down there.
It's interesting how like a third of the way up, maybe 40% of the way up, there's like a line of plants.
Yeah.
In the rock.
Yeah, and up there, yeah. Huh, what a trip. This is definitely, I can see why they would call this Zion. This would have been one serious trip to, you know, stumble upon. Wow. You know, I gotta say, if hiking on paths is your ideal, this will do it. There's a deer right there. Hi, buddy. Oh, he's got a little collar on him. Hello. Nice ears. You are not afraid of people, are you? Not at all. Not remotely concerned. So yeah, this one's, I mean, they do have way more intense hikes, but.
Well, this is the beginning of the Narrows hike. So the Narrows is 10 miles long, and we're not gonna do that one today.
Yeah, this is definitely more of, I mean, it's lovely. It's kind of weird to see the cacti in here with the aspens and the pines and the, you know, but it's definitely, in terms of the parks, we've sort of, I think I've made my opinion. We'll have to make sure.
Hold it till the end.
Yeah, I think it's already fair to say, in terms of a park, this is the easiest one to get out and see some great views.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Yosemite a little bit.
Yeah, like the Yosemite of Utah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I can see why people are so mesmerized by it. Huh. There's that river down there again. Well, very wheelchair accessible. That's important for some folks. Ooh, that's an interesting little bit there. Huh. I didn't know this hike would include waterfalls. Look at that. I thought I saw something that said this is like the Weeping Rock, and you can see why it's so, all the vegetation that's living in the, that's so fascinating. Also trying to get the seed up there in order to, you know, it just picks up with the wind. That's cool.
It's just interesting how life is finding spots to grow anywhere it can.
Toxic algal mats present. Huh. I really do think that's really been the lesson of all of the Utah parks. Life will persist. Life will find a way, no matter what.
This is just so pretty, the way all the rocks are layered.
Yeah.
Over the river and the trees. Such a beautiful walk.
You can definitely see why people just love it here.
Especially photographers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very photogenic place. Man, oh man. This is sure pretty. The abundance of trees and foliage. Beautiful river coming through here. The light hasn't hit it quite right yet, but man, I bet this, in some areas you can see how blue it already is, especially back there. I just imagine this explodes with color. Just real saturated. Yeah, hands down, I'd say the easiest walk we've been on.
Yeah.
By far.
It also is peaceful when there's not a lot of people.
There's not as many people because we're early.
We're early and we're late in the season.
Yeah.
Which helps.
Which I think this is probably, here in spring would be the best times to come.
Yeah.
I can imagine in the summer though, this would, you'd just be roasting. Thank goodness nobody like found this place and was like, yep, that's where I'm gonna put my house. We're not the only folks, well, I'm wearing shorts, and we're not the only folks wearing shorts though. Wow. Yeah, this is something. You check out that water.
It's actually not as cold as you think it'd be.
Jump in.
I'm not gonna jump in, but it's not as cold as you think it'd be.
Wiener. I don't see any fish though. No fish.
I bet you in the summer though, people probably get in the water.
I would dip in the water in the summer. You'd have no choice.
Yeah.
You'd be an idiot not to.
These rocks are getting bigger.
Huge. Man. Wow, these colors are magnificent. So I feel like we've really unlocked the perfect route. You know, going from Montana south just at the right time.
I put the right bit of effort into that planning of that route.
I give her an outline. I said, I want to hit up all these national parks and I want to not go too far out of the way, but we want to be in this location at least by this time. And yeah, you went and took that and yeah, it works. Oh, those folks are standing in there.
Oh, they're wearing waders. That's what they're wearing.
Oh, I found the end.
Narrows you have to hike through there.
$100 if you
Wildlife.
feed wildlife.
Now we understand why everyone's wearing waders.
Yeah, I thought those were just like fancy coveralls with some insulation in them. Nope. I mean, I guess. And, oh, look at that. Now I see why this is the end. Beautiful. All right, we're back at the end of the trail, and that was not bad at all. So we'll hop on a bus out here, but the land almost seems to glow. It's so beautiful, especially back there. You can see that. Oh, yeah, one of those things. Again, I keep saying it, camera's not going to do it justice, but we're making a little list of the gear that would be nice if we want to do. Well, because I think I'm comfortable about 2 miles.
For now.
Since we you brought our water and we haven't even touched it.
Not yet. We've been working on that basically sidewalk though.
Yeah, so it really hasn't been bad, but we've been kind of mentally, okay, I'll add that, you know, good sturdy booze, a backpack, and, you know, 45 liters or something like that. Really, I think the key to me is going to be that water storage. And then, you know, obviously an emergency blanket first aid kit would be nice. And then snacks, we could put those in the pack. So, but yeah, I'm trying to think. I like to keep it pretty simple. They got a whole fleet of these buses. We have the bus to ourselves on the way down, and we're going to get off at stop 6, walk to stop 5, and then from 5, we'll take a little trail out. Yep. And we actually found another bus nerd, another driver, and it turns out, so these are all electric, and they're very, very expensive, and they contract out the maintenance, which is a big thing. But I think they might have miscalculated a little bit of what they need. And the reason for it is they use what he said, 8 to 10% for each loop, like a full loop.
8%, about 8% he said.
And so you get about 8 rounds of...
So Angel's Landing is directly in front of us. As we come out of this turn, it'll be off to the right.
Oh, there.
From the top down to that saddle is where the chains are. That saddle area is called Scout's Lookout. You can hike all the way to Scout's Lookout without the permit. You need the permit to go all the way to the top of Angel's Landing through that chain section.
Whoa. So 8 to 10%. And then when they pick up the buses in the morning, and they're just like a plug-in 220, so they're not, I mean, they're huge. There's 5 individual packs. One of the things, though, they found is that during the summer, you need to run AC, and the AC is a huge load, as we know. But what they end up finding, though, is when the batteries get to what, 15%, it starts shutting things off. So they get a warning at 20, 15% will shut things off, including the AC.
They only fully charge at 88%.
Yeah, they don't get all the way to 100.
You barely make it back.
So yeah, and riding here in the summer with no AC would be a lot. That was a better ride than the first time. Oh, nice folks. Okay, so we have a half mile from here, which watching the sun affect the different lands at different times is really cool. Also a ton of bicyclists, and I would say the majority are e-bikes.
Yeah.
Kind of surprises me. I think some of them are even rentals. Grotto Trail is this way.
We cannot take the Grotto Trail.
It appears not. But look at these wild turkeys. Can you believe? I never knew how large look at that guy. Oh yeah. E-biking is definitely the way to get around the park.
Well, especially because it's probably just bikes and buses on the road.
See, save your feet for the trails. And then, yeah, just e-bike. Why not? If you're wondering though, what are the bikes? It's actually similar to what you had. Like the Rad Runner Plus, or the Rad Runner 2. This little hike between stop 6 and 5 really just lovely. Although they want you riding on pavement, they don't want you putting bikes on the gravel area, which makes good sense. There are some fantastic videos of all the national parks. Really anything that we do, there's probably a better video that will sell you on the place and teach you all the things that you have to do. And we don't do that. We tell you what we do. And I don't know anybody that makes videos like we do.
No, we just give you our experience of it.
Yeah, we always focus on different things that most people. We try to go to like the less popular areas even often.
And like we try to set it up so that like we are the kind of people who like to go back to places.
Yeah.
So like we want to save stuff to be able to come back and do this another time. Like we know when we come back here, we'll do the Narrows hike. We're not prepared for it today, but we do want to do it in the future. Right,
and we constantly like improving, and then next time we don't have to do the hike that we just did.
Right.
I think that we give a different perspective though, and if nothing else, you've never seen things exactly what we have. Yeah. So hopefully I think that's more valuable.
Yeah.
You know, because you can watch 100 videos talking about how great a place is. This is definitely like where Capitol Reef had a lot of moisture and there's a little river. This is 10, 15 times that. You may kiss the bride. We're getting married right here. How nice is that? Actually, this is a lodge here. Zion Lodge. That's really sweet. Oh, look at that. This is the Emerald Pools trailhead. And we're gonna take a little, bikes over here, or dogs, good to know. Most of these trails you cannot bring a dog on, but nice little bridge. Oh, hey, that's good to know. What a view there. Yeah, nice bridge. All right, we've decided to go, I love these little cactus fields. Decided to go and take the lower and upper Emerald Pools trail here, 0.6 miles to the lower.
And then 1.5 to the upper. But
the upper is a good, it's up there, so it's a good hike. This is gorgeous, wow. Shh. Whoa. A desert oasis. I'll say, these 3 sets of pools create a unique oasis in this desert environment. Ooh, canyon tree frogs. I wonder if the water freezes. Oh boy, that's cool. Wow, this really is an oasis. Now this is why they call it Zion, I'm sure. Oh boy. What a trip. Whoa. Oh man. This is freaking awesome. Yeah, you can even see, like, it's crazy that a plant can live up there, but they do. Boy, I bet this feels great in the summer too. And then we could continue on. Does it say how far? No, it just says upper pool's up there. There's a picnic area and 0.9 miles. Okay, well, let's go to the low. That's interesting though. This says the middle pool is also this way, middle and upper. I guess we can just follow it along. Did it not say that the middle was that way?
It must loop around.
Oh. All right, well, continue on. Wow, yeah, this would have been incredible if you didn't have water. Yeah. You come across this in the desert. Amazing. Oh, wow. Sheesh. All right, we have some hiking to do apparently. You can see the top from over here. Wow. Cool. It's kind of like Tiger Rock. Yeah. Wow, it is nice to have these stone steps here. Okay. Whoa. Oh, that's something. Whew. All right. Oh, here's the top of that water, where the water's falling off there. Okay, this is the middle Emerald Pools. Okay. And it is a large loop, but I think you have to go to the upper falls for that. I gotta say, I don't think the middle pools are all terribly interesting.
That's a kind of a cool view over the edge though.
Yeah, but they close it off now, which makes sense. You know that somebody fell off that.
Oh, sure.
At some point. All right, well, we're here. I feel like we might as well just do the upper.
Might as well just keep going. Finish the loop.
What does it say, 0.6 miles?
I think so. Not far.
We are climbing here.
I feel like it's worth the climb.
It's pretty great. I think the Park Service tricked us into this hike, for sure. But this is great.
Worth it.
Yeah, well, we haven't climbed that much though. That'll keep you in check. Whoa, this is quite the trek here. And oh, it's getting a lot cooler down here.
Man, that temperature change in the sun versus the...
Yeah, it would definitely ice pretty severely. I can imagine they got a few rescue calls out here. Oh, more than a few, I'm sure. Had to start closing this down in the winter. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to take a horse out here. I'd have to be pretty confident in my horse, but oh, we're not the only ones here. Okay. No swimming. Not gonna lie, it would be pretty tempting in the summer, I'm sure. Whew. All right. Oh, geez.
Oh, cool.
There's the emerald pool, finally. Oh. Yeah, I could see why they call it an emerald pool.
This one I can't. This one's the one worth seeing.
See, you need the sun to come over and then it'll just hit that just right. Oh, how's the ooh, that's nice and cool. Ooh, you know what? Go ahead and
No swimming.
soak my...
Does that count as swimming?
Yeah, just not kind of swimming, nope. Kind of dipping. Oh, there we are.
This one's the one worth seeing, I feel like. The lower one is pretty cool because of the waterfalls, but then this one's cool because...
Dude, this is like surreal. And then you can see the slots. Man, this is something. Wow. Look at that. It's just us and you on this trail.
Yep.
How nice is that?
This is a nice little hike.
Yeah.
This is a real hike though. The other ones we did were just like walking on sidewalks.
Those were just walks, yeah. And you can see the valley, the river down below in the valley rather. You can definitely hike way up. You and us, we will not be doing that together. Too bad. Can't bring the drone out here. That would be wonderful. It is interesting though. You see you've got the kind of red and brown rock here, and you've got this gray. Those splotches of red. It's almost the inverse of its friends here. That's interesting. What must have been a different part of the tectonic plate, or maybe more salt in there? We've landed, made our stop, and even got our magnet. Look at that. Best magnet ever, huh? Same. Those are 60s. These are an XE40.
We rode the bus, therefore we will have a magnet of the bus.
It's the only national park I can think of that has, I mean, there are some that have different like shuttles, or you can pay for their, their trucks, basically, like little buses. Yeah. No, this is the first one though. It's all free and all electric, and you can see their charging station up there. Yeah. I don't think we showed that, but it's nothing. It's not that. It's not that great.
Special.
No. Also, these are for oversized vehicles, and the number. Everybody in their cars here. I don't know.
That's super annoying because then there's not room for people who actually have small vehicles or large vehicles.
All right, we've got our adapters, so hopefully these ones are better. They're all supposed to be waterproof, supposed to be, but they're not, as it turns out. I'll give these a shot. The one thing that's interesting that didn't occur to me until a couple days in is that I could actually still just plug in 1 out of 3 of these sets, right? Because there's 8 panels total. I must have picked the right ones because we've been sitting at 100% for the last 2 days, which is great. Prior to that though, because we've been without these panels for a good while, we were not exceeding 60% state of charge. So I don't know how we were using that much power in there. Really, I think what it was is that the 800 watts were only producing maybe 550 peak and way less than that because of the position of the sun. So anywho, I thought that was kind of interesting. So we'll go 1. These are kind of hard to mess up. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And then male on there. Okay, 1. Yeah, you really, these MC4s make it real easy. I might have to overhaul this system in the future, but that is for later, not right now. All right, we'll just tuck those away. Make sure our cables are good. All right, let's just make sure we're making power. Yep, we are on float. Getting 2 watts from this, so yay, we're back on. Such a small thing. I'm glad that we were the ones that designed this and we know every component, and they're rather simple, right? But if you didn't put it together, you may not always know, so it's one of the satisfactions of a do-it-yourself kind of thing. We're out here in St. George, Utah, and it's nice. It's funny because going through, you can see this looks like Beverly Hills up there, but it really feels like Las Vegas. And you guys know Las Vegas is one of our favorite places, huh? Yeah, it's nice and warm. Oh my gosh, the warm air, it actually just feels better on my joints and such. Oh boy. Yeah, when we get back and we're gonna do a little mooch docking for a while, visit some family, everything's gonna need a good cleaning here. Also, we got a couple more things to do. Before we go find a spot for the night, we need to get a new hitch pin, and Emma wants to try something called swig. You tried this before?
I've tried it before. I had it in Texas with my sister. Joel's never had it, but I think he's gonna like it. And if you know anything about the secret life of Mormon wives.
I do believe there are a lot of Mormons out here. A lot of friendly folks too. And a lot of families, as you can see behind us. Well, I don't much care to give my money to Costco anymore. We did go ahead and there's no Sam's Club, or, you know, it's just easier to pull in there and get our groceries and restock. So I will say that was it's a Saturday. That was freaking chaos.
It was chaotic. And that's like it feels like the only one in this part of Utah. I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but I navigate those parking lots with this rig like a pro. We parked next door at the Big 5 sporting goods store because their parking lot was empty. Yeah. And then there was a hill, so we couldn't bring the cart across. So Joel drove the trailer down into the parking lot so we could load it up. Man, he maneuvers like a champ. Well, and because you have all the people that are oblivious and incredibly rude. They don't give you an opportunity to, you just get past them, and they don't understand what a wide, a wide turn is. So, yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was it. But yeah, we saw so many families at that Costco too. Yeah. It was. But then everybody's like, "Oh my God, Bob!" Like everybody. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody does. Oh, and that was a lot of fur. So yeah, it was kind of funny. I'm like, it is a Saturday. Get the hell out of the way. Costco on Saturday is one thing. Get in and get your stuff and get out. Get your shit and get out. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. St. George seems like a nice place to live. Boom, there you are. I believe this is a 5/16 width pin. So there we go. Got another one of those. It charges $5 for that. Do you believe that? $5.32 after tax. That's a $2.50 part if I've ever seen one. Yeah, there's a lock-up window. All right, we got a whole menu here. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, so these are kind of, this is like an energy drink. And then you can get like so you have like a base of whatever? Yeah, you get a base and then you can make your own, or you can do one of their combinations. Sugar Tech. Actually, that kind of sounds good. I've heard Paige likes that one a lot. My sister likes that one. Oh man. This one comes with a gummy shark on it. I don't know, they do have a half and camper, which is root beer, toasted marshmallow, half and half. Oh boy, I don't know. I might go with Pink Bahama. Probably the least amount of sugar they have out. Ooh, or, see, I don't know if I want the coconut cream though.
All right, so this is a bit of a splurge, so we even got the 32 ounces. This is quite something. This is like poppin' pineapple.
Which is Sprite, watermelon, pineapple, and strawberry poppin' pearls.
What did you get?
I got a Spring Fling, which is a Dr. Pepper with vanilla, strawberry puree, and coconut cream. It needs to be mixed up a little bit.
Oh, it's weird. It has those. It's pretty sugary.
Mine's got to be mixed up a little bit.
We actually haven't had a lot of sugar lately.
Yeah.
Has been working out for us. I felt a lot better actually. I don't think it's just the sugar though. I think there's something else. We'll have to talk about that in the future if we've drawn any conclusions here. But oh yeah, there's a poppin'. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Can I try it?
Yeah. Dr. Pepper. That's like coconut Dr. Pepper. That's basically what that is.
And strawberry and vanilla. Yeah.
I get why you come here. I'm amazed. They had a line all the way around. It was even farther back there when we first got here. I get it. I feel like you could do this at home, but
You can.
it's a little more fun.
It's more fun. It's like making a salad. If you don't like to eat a salad that you have to make yourself. But if you go somewhere,
No,
have a
it's
salad.
sandwiches. I'll eat a salad I made myself, but I won't. Sandwiches. A sandwich always tastes better if somebody else makes it for you. St. George is a nice place.
Yeah.
Seemingly.
Seems nice.
Yeah. We are here at a Cracker Barrel, and we're not the only ones. So we feel like we're pretty far away compared to what we usually are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Cracker Barrel over here. You got us, and then a Ragin' Rut. Ragin' Nut? No, RVT.
RVT.
RUT or RVT?
RVT.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those. I like the colors on it though. That's kind of cool. And then a schoolie over here. That's kind of fun. Oh, funny enough, that's a school bus from Washington.
Ah, that's funny.
That is funny.
I wonder if it came from the same place we got ours.
Yeah. Anywho, it's been a busy day. Very big day. Busy day. I think we'll have to think on our thoughts a little bit, like settle in a little more before we evaluate Zion in terms of like.
All 5 national parks of the Mighty 5.
I also think that we did our trip way different than most people.
I agree. And I think that like I've been waking up the next morning and having different opinions than I say in the moment.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to think about it a little bit more. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. Got some things that we solved, stocked up on food here, and
Had a fun day at the national park too. We did a lot today.
yeah, a lot more hiking than I expected we'd do.
Yeah.
We're over 20,000 steps today. That's pretty good.
Sure are.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye guys.
Bye.